Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 8. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Leather Pants. Well, this episode opens up with a voiceover. We hear Sutton, "You, Crystal," and then we hear, "Why are you so defensive?" Maybe that was Crystal? Crystal, "You're just upset because you're jealous. Period." Sutton, "Jealous of what? Your ugly leather pants?" Kyle and Garcelle go running after Sutton. Rinna, "What happened? What happened?" Then we rewind to 3 days earlier. Okay, well, ask and you shall receive. Was I not just complaining that Harry Hamlin only films in his own house and that Lisa hardly ever hosts the ladies at their house? This scene is Lisa and Harry Hamlin in a grocery store. Grocery shopping for ingredients for Harry's famous bolognese. We flash back to Harry's meat, which I forgot about that one. Some of you guys reminded me. Harry is a wizard with Kobe beef and his homemade blueberry pie, which I did remember that one. He is so adorable at the market here. He's like, "And I think we should get some of these little pumpkins." And Lisa goes, "For what?" And Harry said, "The table." So he's like not only cooking this meal, but he's also decorating the table. Oh my God, you guys, this episode is a feast for the eyes. Not only do we get a sighting of Harry Hamlin in the wild, but now we get to see Kathy Hilton's home. And excuse me, but is this not the most luxurious housewife home we have ever seen? How rich is she? You know what? I have to go look that up. Okie dokie, Kathy Hilton is worth $350 million. Honestly, I would have thought it was more than that, but $350 million. Kyle and Mauricio are worth $100 million, and Kim Richards, $500,000. So, no, hey, it's not nothing, believe me. Okay, now I got curious about Crystal. Crystal is worth $1 million, but Crystal and Rob Minkoff together, $16 million. Again, I would have thought that would be higher. Brandi Glanville is worth $5 million. How does she have so much more than Kim Richards? I don't know. Anyway, point being, Kyle and Mauricio, $100 million. Kyle, buy the damn Birkin bag. Stop salivating over crystals. You guys have 6 times the money that she and Rob have. All right, so Kathy's house, well, I'm not sure yet, but that just may be what is my background picture. So now we see Crystal, Erica, and 2 of Crystal's friends heading onto the tennis courts at the Hilton estate. Not Kathy, but just Crystal and Erica and then 2 of Crystal's friends. And they're playing doubles. Although Erica, I don't know if she has never played before, but she's really not good. In her confessional, she said, "I'm trying to get out and do things and not wallow. So I'm here, and I'm terrible." So at least she knows it. In Crystal's confessional, she said, "Yeah, I'm a tomboy. I love sports. I've been told that I'm the most ridiculously competitive person. But then again, whoever said that is probably a loser." Question, does she think this information will surprise anybody? Because Crystal being ridiculously competitive, that tracks for me. That is most, if not all, of what she has shown us about herself so far. So, okay, well, Crystal wins the game. Basically, single-handedly wins against 2 of her friends. Because, like I said, I don't think Erica has touched the ball with her racket. After tennis, Crystal's friends disappear, and Crystal and Erica head up to the house, and Kathy invites them in. I'm unclear about what time of day this is because they have just finished an entire game of tennis. Kathy's still in her PJs, so who knows? Oh my gosh, Bravo has been like answering my prayers for me. I just say I don't know what time of day it is, and now the Chiron says 10:50 a.m. All right. Oh, side note, speaking of dreams come true, did you guys see that Dorinda Medley is opening up Bluestone Manor as an Airbnb? I know a couple of you know because you told me about it. I mean, I can't imagine that I could ever afford it, but what an amazing girls' trip would that be? Oh my God. So much fun. Imagine you and your friends sitting on those iconic dining room chairs, screaming across the table at each other to not touch the Morgan letters. So fun. You could reenact everything. Put your feet in the air with a mention it all. Oh gosh, there's just so much. You could smash your face into a cake with lit candles like Dorinda. The possibilities are endless. So Kathy's trying to organize for the holidays. Erica says, oh God, my house is in shambles. Then we get to see her shitty little house. She has 2 bedrooms for her clothes and accessories, and she sleeps in the 3rd bedroom. Kathy, you know what? It's yours. Erica, it's all I need. Crystal goes, and it's totally different from where you lived before, right? So you can explore your whole new shitty neighborhood. Crystal goes, are you social? Erica, I am when I'm comfortable. And Kathy's like, well, I'm sure when you were married. And Erica goes, oh, that was full on social, but that was business. Kathy, and it was probably more of what he wanted. Erica, oh, it was all what he wanted. That scene ends with everyone agreeing that Erica is a plucky little gal who can pull herself up by her bootstraps and, carry on with life. Over at Kyle's house, it's time for the family Christmas card shoot. They are all in red pajamas and they're sitting on the couch and, it's just wacky and wonderful. No, I mean, honestly, they are a beautiful family. Kathy shows up just as they're finishing up, and she and Kyle go into the dining room or the kitchen. They sit down at the table, and Kathy proceeds to empty out her purse. And I mean, it goes on for a while. It's a little like Mary Poppins' traveling bag where all this stuff keeps coming out. And Kyle goes, why are you doing this? Now, with something she's pulled out, she's like spritzing her face. Kathy, I'm dry. So all that was just to like get out this stuff to mist her face with. Now we get like Kyle and Kathy's confessionals back and forth as they both describe the things that you can find in Kathy's purse. Kyle's like, carpet samples. Kathy, socks. Kyle, drapery samples. Kathy, a sweater. Kyle, wallpaper samples. Kathy, an extra pair of shoes. Sandals from pedicures. Anyway, Kathy, they start talking. Kathy said that she talked to Kim for 3 hours. And Kyle goes, why? Kathy, I haven't talked to her in a while. Kyle's worried about Kim being alone for Thanksgiving. And because she's been quarantining alone because of COVID. And Kathy said, I invited her to our house for Thanksgiving, and Kyle goes, she was too nervous. And she said, yeah. Kim was too nervous. So Kyle goes, maybe that's why I didn't hear from her. Because I had been calling and texting her, and I didn't hear back. Kathy, you got the wrong number. Kim changed her phone number and didn't tell Kyle. Kyle goes, she did? We flash back to Kyle talking with Mauricio, and she's telling him that, there are times that Kim and I weren't talking to Kathy, and Kathy and I weren't talking to Kim. Some combination. It's hard to get all 3 of us on the same page at the same time. Kyle feels bad because Kim has been alone for 9 months. But Kim has a very deep philosophical view about this pandemic. She thinks it was supposed to happen, that we all collectively needed this quiet time to figure out where we want to be in life. So both of them talk about getting together with Kim and the 3 of them having lunch or dinner together. Then Mauricio comes in the room and he grabs a water bottle and Kyle goes, oh, is that your water bottle? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to go work out. Kyle goes, oh, I'm sorry, I drank out of that. Kathy goes, you still have to be careful. Kyle goes, he's my husband. Oh, Kathy, you did it again. Next we see Erica setting out a tray of like snacks and drinks out in her shitty little cabana next to the shitty little pool. I'm sorry. I will stop eventually. I know it's probably annoying you guys, but it amuses me. To To be fair, it was mostly the dead silence after Erica announced that her new car was a Range Rover that got me starting this whole thing, because it was like they were so embarrassed for her. So yeah, I just get a kick out of acting like Erica's life is just in the toilet. So Rinna shows up now, and in her understated way, she shrieks out on the sidewalk, "It's so cute! Oh, Erica! I love this neighborhood, but I will be locking my car." I mean, do you really love that neighborhood, Lisa? Because, you know, you and Harry could move there. Wouldn't you like to be Erica's neighbor? Okay, so Erica takes her inside, and she's showing her all around her little house. I am shocked that Lisa hasn't passed out from all the gasping. Like, I can't believe she hasn't hyperventilated. It's like, are you kidding me? Is that a toilet in this bathroom? Harry makes me go out back in the compost. In her confessional, Lisa said, "I have a real hopeful feeling for Erica." All right, so now Sutton gets there. Of course, she comes bearing gifts, but her housewarming gift is the signed Dolce & Gabbana Queen's book. It's like a big coffee table book that Sutton is actually in. I mean, I don't know what that cost, but I feel like Erica could have used, you know, a set of like Corelle dishes, maybe dish towels. So they head out to the cabana now, and they give a toast to Erica and her new life. Not gonna say it. "Erica, I appreciate your support, ladies. I went from monstrosity to cute, tiny chic." Yeah, I can't promise. That was too premature of me to say I won't do it anymore. And side note, after seeing the Hilton Hotel, I don't think anybody can call their house a monstrosity. Kathy Hilton's house made Erica's old house look quaint. Sutton goes, "But you're happier here." "Erica, I hate to say it, but it's true." "No, you hate to say it because I don't think it is true." She talks about how she used to bring things up to Tom that needed to be talked about, and he would just sort of pat her on her arm and send her on her way. In her confessional, which is now my favorite Erica, I told him I was seeing a psychiatrist because I was feeling depressed. And he said, "Oh, okay. There was never any, well, what do you think is going on? Because remember, what do I have to be depressed about?" So now we talk about Sutton and Crystal. Sutton, she's not willing to just back off a little bit and say, maybe I used the wrong word. Rinna, so here's the thing. On Tuesday, are we going to sit around and still talk about this stuff? Probably. And Sutton goes, "Well, we can talk about it, but we're not going to talk about me being," Erica, "a peeping Tom." Sutton, "Yeah, that. We have to drop that. I have a great idea. Don't talk about it anymore. It's over. All the women have heard both sides of the story now. We at home have heard both sides of the story, and we're ready to move on." Okay, over at Garcelle's, Garcelle's rocking some new bangs, and she calls her son Jax down because he has to get online for his Japanese lesson. Garcelle looks at his book and says, "Oh my God, it looks like gibberish." Okay, Jax, "It's not. It's another language." Garcelle, "Okay, what does it say?" And Jax looks at the clock and he goes, "Okay, I have to get on in a half a minute." Garcelle, "Okay, I'll be over here having my wine." And Jax said, "Hopefully not too loud." But of course it's too loud. She's opening drawers. She's getting the corkscrew out, banging cabinets. She just keeps making noise, and something seems really fishy to me about this scene. Number one, why would Garcelle pick this time to call Jade, her other son, to come down and empty the dishwasher? Two, why is Garcelle banging things around and getting dinner ready right now? But most of all, three, why in this big, beautiful house does Jax have to be on his laptop at the kitchen counter? I think Bravo's behind this one. Anyway, then dinner's ready and Jax's lesson is over. And instead of Jax being mad at both of them for making noise, something's bothering Jade. He doesn't want to eat, he's being mopey. Instead of asking him what's wrong or if he wants to talk about anything, Garcelle threatens him to act right or he's going to have a problem with her the next week. I mean, I said it last week. He's 13. You know what bothers me? Garcelle was so busy last season with her career, filming a movie. She's shopping around for writers for a book or something. Was that going to be a TV show that she was working on? That we didn't see a lot of interaction with her and the other women, or really many scenes with Garcelle at all. Especially early on, maybe a little bit more later on. But this season, with COVID keeping her from traveling anywhere, it seems like all we get are a bunch of scenes of her at home with her kids, which is fine every once in a while, but I need more Garcelle, interacting with the ladies. Okay, now we are at the Rinna Hamlin home. Harry has done a beautiful job with this dinner. He made these individual little spinach salads with spinach from his garden that he's put in these colorful rustic bowls that he put in the fridge for when the ladies come. He made 2 sauces that he had Lisa do a taste test on, and the one that she liked better was made completely of tomatoes that Harry grew in his garden. I'm not gonna lie, their kitchen is the first Housewives kitchen that actually looks like it's cooked in. Not this sterile, pristine, nothing on the countertops kind of a kitchen that's basically just there for the caterers to set up food. This one looks like it's actually used often by a home cook, which would be Harry, not Lisa, as we now know. Lisa goes, "Do you want to be the one that brings out the cake for Garcelle?" And Harry goes, "Well, that would mean I would have to stay." And Lisa goes, "You don't have to. Harry Hamlin doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do." So we flash back to Tahoe, and Garcelle said that her birthday was coming up, and she wanted to have a Birkin party. And Lisa said, "I need a Birkin too." So does Kyle. Crystal's good, though. But due to the COVID surges, they couldn't do it. Now, do what exactly? What is a Birkin party? Does anybody know? Is it like a Tupperware party for Birkin bags? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't know what a Birkin party is. I've never been invited to one. So, since Lisa is still trying to repair her relationship with Garcelle, she's having this get-together to celebrate her birthday, even though it won't involve Birkins. I mean, doesn't sound as fun, does it? I hope Crystal doesn't show up with hers. Kind of rub it in Garcelle's face, you know? Did you know? $95,000. A little Dana Wilkie for you there. Side note, fun fact, Dana Wilkie was one of the narrators for The Housewife and the Hustler, along with Danielle Staub. Dana Wilkie was probably on camera 2-3 times before I noticed the chyron say Dana Wilkie, because I had no idea who that woman was. And even after I saw the name, I was like, who? Really? That did not look like her at all. Okay, so now Lisa has to get ready, and she told Harry the ladies are coming in 10 minutes and he's going to have to answer the door. And Harry's like, "What?" And Lisa goes, "Yeah, it starts at 1:30. This is more of a lunch than a dinner, I guess. Okay, next we see Kyle knocking on Dorit's door because they are going to ride to Lisa's house together. Kyle knocks on Dorit's door and then she just walks in anyway. And you see Dorit descending down the staircase and she goes, "Oh, hello, my love bug." And I'm thinking, oh God, where's PK? Because, now I've wised up to the fact that Love Bug is not one of the small children. It's her big husband. But no, I was tricked again because Kyle is now her love bug. Now I'm wondering how many love bugs she has. And is there any way I could become one of Dorit's love bugs? Side note, Dorit's home looks like an FAO Schwartz. It is a Christmas wonderland. And of course, Kyle is jealous. Thank God you have $100 million, Mauricio, because Kyle wants what everybody else has. And Dorit goes, "Oh my God, didn't you have 5 people come in and help you decorate?" Kyle goes, "Well, yeah, and I have 3 trees, but I don't have a Santa's village." Okay, by all means, take Dorit's. You also don't have 2 small children and 1 big love bug who still believes in Santa. Kyle forgot to bring wine or something for Rinna, so she asks Dorit if she can grab something. In Dorit's confessional, she said, "Kyle and I have an obsession with Hermes." We flash back to Kyle drooling over Crystal's bag. "And I just got my pretty little mini Kelly bag. And I love it. I love it. So Kyle better keep her hands off." or the claws will come out. Yes, we see the pretty little mini Kelly bag. It's a cute little pink bag, and it has a price tag of just $8,150. How is it that in my brain now that really doesn't seem like a lot of money? It's after seeing the Crystal's purse was $95,000. That's stupid money, right? You and Rob only have a net worth of $16 million, Crystal. Too expensive. Okay, so in the car on the way over to Rinna's, Dorit talks about how she's designing a line of wedding dresses now. We see an Instagram post of Dorit standing on her stairs in a very accessible dress. I don't know a single real woman that wouldn't look good in this. Question. So now that Dorit is getting into bridal, does she still love that PK changed the name of her company to Beverly Beach? Or is she just designing for weddings on a beach? In her confessional, she said, "There's one side of me that wonders, can you do it? You don't know anything about bridal wear." Then the other side of me says, "Oh, come on, you're a designer. You designed a room in a restaurant." Oh, sure. I mean, how much different can a wedding dress be than the lemon room in the back of a Buca di Beppo? She says, "I can't wait to see the first bride walk down the aisle in one of my designs." And will there be sand in this aisle? Okay, they get to Rinna's house, and Harry Hamlin answers the door, and he takes them to this gorgeous room where the table setting is just A+, Harry Hamlin. Kyle's like, Lisa did this, right? Meaning the table setting. Harry, she did nothing. But it's true. In her confessional, Dorit said, "Oh my God, Harry Hamlin, who specializes in grilled beef, blueberry pie, and bolognese. PK, who specializes in, babe, can you make me a sandwich?" Why is the first time that Dorit uses an American accent when she's imitating her British husband? That was hilarious. He directs them out to the backyard, and Kyle said, "This is a really special piece of property." And she said, "Lisa said you're going to build a pool out here?" Harry said, "Well, the pool's not for us. It's so the kids will come back with their kids." Kyle, "Well, Amelia is 19. That's how old I was when I had my first. So, just so you know, it could happen." Harry's like, no. Okay, so Lisa's ready now. She comes out in the backyard. Crystal is the next to arrive, then Erica, then Kathy, then Sutton. And as soon as Sutton sits down, Kathy said, "Hi, Thomasina." Sutton, "Oh, Thomasina. That's a great one. We gonna start with that? That's fun." In her confessional, Sutton says she's getting tired of it and the girls need to stop. Finally, Garcelle arrives, and she and Lisa are remembering the last time Garcelle was there, because she walks in and she goes, "Boy, it's been a long time since I've been here." Lisa said it was 7 years ago. It was at her 50th birthday party. And I guess they were dancing all night. We see pictures of that party. It was 2013. And Garcelle looks like a baby. She looks so young and tiny, like shorter than Rinna. And Rinna, guys, that picture could have been taken an hour ago. Not just because Lisa Rinna hasn't aged a day, but because I think she's actually wearing the same dress. All right, now everyone sits down to eat. Harry is going to eat with the ladies. And somebody asks, I think Kyle, if Delilah is still in Europe. And Harry said, "No, she's in Tulum right now." Kyle said, "And where's Amelia?" Lisa, "Amelia's here, and she will go to Cabo tomorrow and meet with them, because we will not." And then Harry goes, "Yeah, no, it's not appropriate for me at my ripe old age to subject myself to the virus." So in Lisa's confessional, she said that the plan was for them to spend Thanksgiving in Mexico and meet the girls in Cabo, I guess. You know, because of the virus, this is the first time that not only are they not spending Thanksgiving together, but it's the first time without her mom, Lois. Kyle, is she going with Scott? which was Kyle's whole reason for bringing up the girls. Well, how were the girls? What about Amelia? Because she wants to talk about it again. Lisa said, no, she's going by herself. And then she said, I don't ask a lot of questions right now. Crystal, oh, my mom would have riddled me with questions. In Crystal's confessional, she said, my husband is 20 years older than me, and I met him when I was 20. But Rob and I are the exception. Why? That's actually a bigger difference than Delilah and Scott Disick, right? Because Delilah's 19 and Scott Disick is 37. When Crystal was 19, Rob was 39. And she just met him 1 year later when she was 20 and he was 40. So I just think it's interesting when all the ladies are like, he's too old for her and stuff. Crystal didn't say, well, kind of like me and my husband. Anyway, we see another headline. This one is from Gossip Cop. That's a new one for me. And that one says that Scott and Amelia are engaged, which is not true. And in fact, I think Lois called Lisa and said she was at the grocery store and she saw that. Is it true? And Lisa goes, Mom, no, of course not. So anyway, Rinna is saying, there's just like a lot coming at us right now. So I'm going easy with it. And then she says to Harry, do you ask her a lot of questions? And Harry said, my feelings about it, I must confess the issue that's most enduring is the age difference, which is odd to me. But then again, every time I think about it, I think of myself with Ursula Andress. I was 14 years younger than her when we had Dimitri, so I can't really complain, right? Harry was 29 and Ursula was 44 when Dimitri was born. So Harry says goodbye to the ladies now, dinner's over, but Lisa follows him into the kitchen and asks him to bring out the birthday cake for Garcelle because that's a surprise. So he lights the candles, he comes out carrying the cake, everyone's singing happy birthday to Garcelle. Garcelle's wish, I want him hung like a horse. Harry's like, and then he goes, be careful what you wish for. Kathy in her confessional, I didn't know Garcelle liked horseback riding. So Garcelle thanks everyone, especially Rinna. She said, we've been friends for a long time, and she really appreciated the effort. Then there are gifts being brought out, and Sutton's face changes. She gets this weird look on her face, and she says, oh my God, dadgummit. I didn't bring a present. They bought presents. Okay, then we see a flashback a week earlier, because this feels very weird to me, right? Sutton, of all people, Sutton brings a present wherever she goes. And this is an actual birthday. So we get this flashback to a week earlier, and Lisa goes, guys, now that Garcelle's not in the room, I'm having a cake just to acknowledge her birthday. So if you want to bring presents, bring presents. Okay, so now I'm really confused as to why Sutton doesn't have a present. Garcelle is going to open the first one, and Kyle goes, that's from me, Crystal, and Kathy. Crystal's got a huge smile on her face. She's clapping. She's happier than I have ever seen Crystal. Yay, happy birthday. Sutton shooting daggers at her. Garcelle goes, oh, this is gorgeous. And she's got this huge ring on her finger with like little pave diamonds. Okay, so while Crystal is smiling and clapping, we learn that Crystal has the same ring as that, and Garcelle had admired it. And Crystal said, yeah, so that kind of stuck in my head. While everyone is watching what she's opening next and stuff, Sutton just like pulls out a compact and she's reapplying her lipstick, and there is clearly something very wrong. Again, I'm not sure why Sutton doesn't have a gift for her. I thought when we saw the flashback, it was going to say no gifts. And then Crystal, well, everybody really, then kind of went against that and got her stuff anyway. And Sutton was obeying the rule and then was mad. Like, that would have made sense to me if we were all told not to bring a gift and then everybody else brought one. But no, that's not the case. Lisa actually said, if you want to bring a gift, bring a gift. And everybody had something for her except Sutton. Then I'm wondering, is Sutton mad that Kyle didn't ask her to go in on the gift? Or, I mean, honestly, I don't know at this point what's going on. But this is like killing Sutton, I think, to be the only one without a gift. She probably feels mortified. Anyway, Kyle notices there's something going on with Sutton. So she gets up and she comes around to her side of the table. She sits down next to her and she said, what's going on, Sutton? I just don't want to be here. Kyle, why? Did I miss something? No. I leave tomorrow, and this is my last night with my kids. And then you can hear, like, Garcelle, this one's from Lisa and Erica. Ugh, I hope it's not a shitty Range Rover. Oh, no. Is it a QVC Duster? I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know. Anyway, back to Kyle saying to Sutton, come on, I know that's not it. There's something else going on. And Sutton goes, I don't want to be somewhere with people I don't like. Kyle says, who don't you like? Side note, Crystal has never looked happier. She's with friends, she's fully clothed, and something is clearly bothering Sutton. So that is just like the trifecta of joy for Crystal. Kyle finally gets Sutton to come with her, and they go walk over by where the bar is. And she says, tell me the truth, we're friends, the real truth. So basically nothing happened to get her upset other than looking across the table at Crystal's surprisingly joyful face. But I still think something is going on with the gift giving, right? Because I think Sutton was fine until then. The gift giving, which is still going on, by the way. Now Garcelle opens Dorit's gift, which is silky pajamas from, I don't know where, Louis Vuitton? Because I know she's totally into Louis Vuitton this season. Could be Chanel, could be Gucci, I don't know. Whatever the pajamas were, they also made Crystal very happy. Sutton just tells Kyle that the whole Crystal thing is wearing on her. She said, she talks behind my back to everyone. She's never apologized to me, and I've had it. So Sutton, I think she's still not being honest with Kyle. Because Crystal didn't do anything today. I think Sutton is upset because she somehow missed the memo to bring a present for Garcelle. Or like I said, she's hurt that Kyle went in on a present with Crystal and not her. I don't know, but that's when Sutton changed. I also think she's mad that as soon as she got there, Kathy called her Thomasina. And that's Kyle's sister, so maybe Sutton feels like she can't say that to Kyle. So it's easier for her to just direct all those emotions at Crystal. Or maybe she was expecting Crystal to apologize to her there. And since she didn't, well, now she gets a little bit loud. And she said, I'm not over being told I violated someone, so I need to go. And Kyle goes, no, you don't. Now the women at the table stop what they're doing, and they wonder if Kyle and Sutton are fighting. Someone said, I feel like I hear someone screaming. But they're not super concerned because now Rinna suggests that they all go and do a shot for Garcelle's birthday. Sutton is trying to be okay, but she just can't. Garcelle and Dorit walk up now. Garcelle looks at her and goes, are you crying? Sutton, no, I have very bad allergies. So they want to know what's really going on. Sutton, I pray to Jesus every day. You think he'd throw me a bone? I just need a bone, you know? I'm upset, y'all. Now Kathy walks up. Sutton goes on to say, I'm still very upset about the situation and all the insinuations. Garcelle, Sutton, we're done with it. Sutton, I know that I need to move on, and I will, but it's hard for me to just sit there and pretend. Everything's fine. Everything's hunky-dory. Kathy, who's hunky-dory? Nobody says anything. It is at this moment that I really am understanding why people think that Kathy's putting this on now. It's a little bit of a conflict for me because I don't really want her to stop. I think she brings a little levity that the show actually needs. I'm okay with it. And if there is any possibility that that is the real Kathy, then I kind of love it. Now Rinna walks up and she goes, what's happening? Sutton, I just had a moment. So now the ladies are going to go to sit down. And Dorit said, Sutton, I want to make this very clear, because I don't want you to think that something has been said or that it's bigger than it is. Side note, then Erica makes this move for some reason. Crystal is standing there now. Crystal comes up right next to Garcelle, like facing Dorit. Sutton said, we have to fix this because I'm not happy with her. She points at Crystal. Crystal, me again? Sutton, you said a lot of things about me. Crystal, tonight? Sutton, no, and I can't sit across the table from you. Crystal, really? Are you frightened by my joyful face? Because it is jarring. I scare Rob when I'm happy. Sutton goes, please do not disrespect my feelings. Now Garcelle said, okay, but what do you need from Crystal? Sutton, I don't need anything from her. Garcelle, stop it. Of course you do. You need something from Crystal for you to be okay. And Sutton goes, she already did it. Garcelle said, look at her and tell her what you need from her so we can all move on. Sutton, I think it's really shitty that you have used so many words about me. The word violate is really crazy to me. What crazy planet do you live on? Crystal, not yours. Garcelle, well, we're not going to get anywhere from this. Crystal says, I'm not going to change the word that I used. Oh, we know. You are a ridiculously competitive tiger mom. Backing down is not in your vocabulary. At this point, even if she no longer felt like she was violated, she'd still double down on it. Crystal will die on that hill. Crystal, the word was used correctly. And I don't know, other people are saying things because Sutton said, you can't unuse it, Crystal. It's out there. And Crystal said, yeah, and I would say the word again. Garcelle, what do you need so we can move on from this? Kyle, I think Sutton wants an apology. Crystal, no. He's sorry. I think it's funny. She's just so stubborn. I think it's hilarious. So Kyle says, I think she needs an apology. Crystal goes, no. Garcelle goes, oh, okay. So Crystal starts to walk away. She's going to sit down where I think Kathy, Erica, and Rinna are in the little seating area outside there. And so she starts walking away and she turns back and she goes, wait, I am sorry that you're this upset. So, no, you cannot be sorry I'm upset. Crystal, okay, then I don't apologize. I don't apologize for that word. And Sutton's like, it's not an apology. Crystal, I'm not apologizing for the word. Look up the word. It is an abuse of privacy, which is what you did to me. Garcelle, she didn't know you were naked, Crystal. Crystal, it's not even about being naked. Sutton, why are you so defensive? What was going on that you're so defensive about? Oh, Sutton. Really? This is how it all started. Crystal said, you're just upset because you're jealous. Period. Sutton, I'm out. She goes walking across the lawn. I'm out. Fuck you, Crystal. That was really f***ing low. Garcelle, come on. Crystal moves over to the couches now, where, like I said, Erica, Rinna, and Kathy are. Rinna, is she leaving? Erica gets up to go after her. Kathy has to tell Rinna, it's your house. You need to go after her. And Rinna goes, I know, yeah. So she gets up and goes. Crystal, what did she want me to say to her? Sutton now gets to like these steps and she, no, ma'am. And she spins around. Jealous of what? Your ugly leather pants? So now everyone, other than Crystal, go after Sutton. You just hear Kyle's voice, Sutton, don't run. And that is it for this episode. It is a to be continued, of course. But yeah, what do you think of Crystal's leather pants? Yay or nay? If you liked this recap, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And please leave a comment down below. I love to hear what you guys are thinking. As always, I will be back next week with the next recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Love you guys. Bye.